Alright. Welcome back to As a Reincarnated Aristocrat, Anime Review, Episode 14. We're reviewing the 20th episode of the series, Family. And with this episode, we have only 4 more episodes left to go for this whole season. And then that's it. Then we're done with this one. Now, there has been a commenter lately, been basically putting my comments, probably asking me to look at the healer gets banished to Hero Party. That one does look interesting to me. I am planning to watch that one, but it will be after the thing concludes, because right now, with Bleach basically releasing new episodes, I'm now reviewing 12 anime. 12, which is a lot for me. And yes, I do know the fact that 2 anime wrapping up I'm watching will be wrapping up next month. This is one of them. The other, of course, is Spirit Chronicles. Basically, both these 2 wrap up within, basically, by the end of next month, these 2 will be gone. Yes. And basically, Monday reduced down from, 2 to, 1 overall. Alright. So, with this particular episode Family, so we pick up where Ars is still being chased by the other forces. Gene is basically, despite the fact he knows the whole thing for she was a fake, he tries people to stop, but basically his subordinate Dan does not want, and of course you have other soldiers being very zealous over the fact, someone might see our glory, so other soldiers decide to go off on their own to go off the Ars' people. Ars basically the trap is ready, and of course, this way they did sacrifice a third of their army in order to make this full as fake retreat pull off well. And Lupa basically is still basically bleeding. So then of course basically okay, we have people here. Of course, I think these people will help out too. And of course the Melfa company is nope, we'll handle this, no problem. So basically his people proceed to massacre this whole minus Maricel and Charlotte. They had infiltrated the ranks by proposing a couple of soldiers. So they proceed to eliminate all of them, and of course, then of course you have Dan having his one-on-one match with Rika, which good fight, and even basically it's like they're evenly matched, but at one point it seems like he's about to lose, but he got the axe by a tree, and of course he beats him. Gene of course is basically decided to go after him because basically Dan. Probably because Dan is a close friend of his, he doesn't want to lose him. So, and then he's basically one strike and he's done. Yeah, he is defeated quite easily. And their whole army surrenders. They're taking off the Simplar, probably for trial, probably for war crimes, whatever basically they're charged with. And in the case, basically, what's going on with Lupin's wife, apparently her name is Maria, and she is basically going to labor. Luckily, Fan proceeded to get her out of the castle in time, so she could birth to the baby, off screen, mind you. So then, of course, basically everybody winning, and of course, Lupa basically looks like he's about to die. He's thinking about his wife. Obviously, all his dream is basically just to have watch his kid playing peace, and he's about to die, and then his wife just magically shows up out of nowhere. He is brought back to consciousness, and somehow he's saved. And Fam is like, hey, I guess made midwife for the first time, and basically assisted in the birth of Lupa's first child, which no name for the kid yet, but yeah, he's happy apparent. Oh, and there's a funny bit where Fam's like, man, no wives, I got gifts. And then we see Lucia, where she's basically just sneezed at because it's a common trope in Japanese anime. If you talk with somebody in another location, they'll sneeze. Yeah. So they also, of course, at one point Dan was going to kill himself because basically think he failed. So lucky enough, Gene stops him by basically grabbing the hand. He uses his hand to grab the blade, which, ouch! That freaking hurt. I'm surprised he cut his freaking fingers doing that. But that looked like it freaking hurt. So he probably got bandaged up anyways for it. And he's hauled off back to Simplar. Probably for war crimes, whatever. So they all celebrate. And of course, because it's battle. And of course, they buried the soldiers who died on both sides. And as for what happened to Melfa Company, they don't say. Presumably. So Of course, ours is very happy for Fan basically completing his job, and well, ours proceeds to have the episode end with him writing letters to the soldiers who died in the battle. Which, of course, basically that probably his job. It's probably a primary job for a lord to do that. I mean, yeah, people died in his command and people died on the other side. So basically, he just wanted to basically be very truthful with them. Which, how nice of him to do that. Yep, and of course, and he helps out too. Charlotte wasn't giving their meals, but not just yet per se. And that's episode ends a nice, happy note. Like, wow. I mean, is the war over yet? Highly doubt it, but we're going to stretch out for the next 2 episodes. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly it. Particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and get in the like button. Well, okay, so because Bleach have released 4 brand new episodes, starting after my next anime, which is going to be Is the Ranjago Dungeon, I'm going to do one of those episodes, every one of those. Excuse me, the plan is, unless I change it, I'm going to start with This Return of Dungeon, and do the first episode of the current core for Bleach, and then it's on the Rama half, then it's episode 2, and then Blue Exorcist, and then episode 3, and then 4, I'm going to do it with, after I do the 7 Deadly Sins 4 Nights Apocalypse. Yes, I'm going to do it after that particular episode, and I think at that point we caught up, well, mostly anyways, I think that, like, at that point, I think we'll have like one more anime left to go at that point. I think that'll be just Fairy Tail. If Fairy Tail gets released at some point, I'll probably watch it, but right now, hopefully it does. So, but next up is basically going to be a comic corner. Yep. And when I do Is Return of the Dungeon, I'm going to do the review of the news chapter for Hunter x Hunter. Okay? See you next video. Bye.